Hey Justin, welcome back to the team. What differences do you see from your time being in Atlanta previous years versus now and the coaching and everything like that? What are the differences between the teams?
Two totally different teams. The first team I was on was an older team, older guys, more vets. They just came off a year of doing great in playoffs. Had, was it 4 or 5 All-Stars? Totally different feel. I was a lot younger. A lot of things are different. There's a practice facility now that's not part of the arena. Different coaching staff, same ownership, but you can tell they've done this a few years. And we have a younger team that's still very, very talented. Have all-star players as well. Just a different type of basketball team as far as what we were doing before.
And what do you feel you can bring to the team?
First of all, I feel like I'm bringing some better leadership. Being in this league in a while, I've done everything from winning the championship to losing. I've played in the D-League, I've been cut, been traded, so I can help in more ways than one as far as the way the team goes and as well as with individuals, especially young guys. And then what I bring on the floor, I'm going to give you everything I have every night. I'm a guard, knock down shots, and to make the little plays in between to kind of be here to help complement, the star players.
And last week, this is not a basketball question, but new haircut?
Yeah.
Was that just something for the season and a new team, or?
I don't know, the way I think it kind of came about, my daughter started asking me for like the last 2 months if I can cut my hair. And at first I was upset about it because she's only seen me with long hair. I've had long hair for 7+ years, I don't know. And she's only 4. And so she asked me, so for a while I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And I saw a picture of a guy that had darker complexion like myself, and he had his hair dye. And I was like, if I were to do it, that's the only way. Because when my hair was short, I was bored. So longer hair allowed me to have, do different things. And having my hair long meant a lot to me, especially from a cultural standpoint, and what cornrows meant, and just different things like that. So I wanted to kind of get into that space with my long hair and be free and not kind of be like the stereotypical, which is almost a completely, but having short hair, nice cut. Like I wanted to have braids and be someone that is presentable, somebody that is respected, somebody that does respect others, that has hair like that. And so that's why it was so hard for me to be like, I'm gonna cut it. But then I saw that, I was like, dang, I like how that looks. And maybe I want to have a cleaner lineup now. Maybe I want to do this. And so I knew I had to get it done before the season, because if I didn't, I wasn't gonna cut it in the middle of the season. And now I'm here. And this is actually my second color, so I've actually had a different color last week. So yeah, I'm just all over the place. 33 and out here just wilding, so yeah.
What was her reaction?
Well, the first time I got it cut, I actually didn't have it the color I wanted. And so it was, I don't really know anything about coloring hair, but you have to get it right. And so it was like a bright orange. And she was like, Dad, your hair is orange. I was like, yeah, it's not going to be there, but she's like, I like it because you have it cut. And what she always says, I want you to cut it like Uncle Aaron, my brother. And I was like, well, I don't want to look like Aaron. We're trying to not be confused when we're on the court. But then, once I got the color together, she likes it. And actually, my wife likes it, so that's the most important thing.
Is there anything specific that Nate told you that he's looking for you to do, for you to bring to the Hawks?
No, not specific. I mean, me and Nate have been together. I believe Nate trusts me, so you can go without words of what my job is. Just come and do what I do. I'm never going to be outside of myself. I'm never going to, I know how to deal with adversity. I know how to stay calm, even-headed. And he knows, and he brought me here to be able to be that. Playing with him in the past, I already know what he wants from me.
Hey Justin, you have experience with Mike Longabardi from back in Sacramento. Just what does he bring to the Hawks, and how do you think he'll contribute to reshaping the defensive identity?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, first and foremost, he's going to bring defense, the different things we want to do, set the tone in that space. But he brings a lot of passion. One thing I do talk about Longo is how much he loves the game, and is always thinking like we can be, in the summer he can call me, but hey, we're going to do this and this. Like he's always thinking about the game. He just loves basketball and loves defense, and that's one thing I can always appreciate from a coach that loves it so much that he's going to give everything he can. And being right or wrong, I know that he cares and he's doing his best. So we're going to get that from him. He's going to give us everything he can, and he's going to be a very, very assertive which is needed. We need structure. We need to know exactly what we're going to do, and how we're going to do it. And I believe he'll bring that.
You mentioned earlier that the ownership they were here before, but now they got more experience. So coming back the second time around, how does it truly feel to be in a situation where you are familiar with a lot of the different pieces that are here, even from other areas?
Yeah, so one of the things that is tough about being traded specifically, I can even say maybe even signing somewhere, but being traded is always tough because you come into a new team, it's like going to a new school. And so if you can actually go back to a school you've been to before and go and have the same teachers, and it might be some new classmates, but kind of have the same structure, the person that being Nate, being the same as someone I've had in the past, and then, I have the same classmate named Mo Harkless, my brother. Have I played with anybody else before? Knowing some other players before, it actually allows me to be in a more comfortable space early. Instead of coming in like, dang, okay, I got to figure out how to do this and this. Like, I kind of fit right in right away. So that's what coming back and having the same ownership and having it and having my brother and some guys that I've seen before, and even from the training staff, the guys that were here, and even media, allows me to feel like I'm at home right away.
Hey Justin, you've been in just about every situation imaginable throughout your pro career. With that veteran knowledge, what do you think this team is capable of?
I think this team is capable of doing something very, very special. I think making a good run in the playoffs and going for a championship. And that's what I want to win. And I believe this team has that. We become very disciplined, can guard better than we did last year, and then continue to improve offensively and use each other on that floor. I think we can do a lot of this big and surprise some people. I'm not one to be like, yeah, we're going to do this exactly, but we can give ourselves a really good chance to win when it matters.
Hey Justin, obviously this team before is trying to take a big leap defensively. In your experience, what's that take to be a good defensive team?
Yeah, I think first what it takes to be a good defensive team is understanding what each person does individually. So as a player, understand what you are there on that end and what you're not, and try to put yourself in the best position to help the team. So say if I'm a guy that's not great on the ball, I would make sure I really know where our scheme is when the ball screen comes, which way we want to send it on, where my help is, to where you position yourself in ways to help the team. So on the base level, there's certain schemes that we have as far as how we close out on guys. I can go through a lot that comes in a defensive package or scheme, but to be able to understand those and do the things that you for sure that all of us can do. And the first thing is effort. So if you can first give that effort, I think we're going in the right direction.
When Landry was up on the podium a little while ago, he mentioned that for August and September they've had at least 10 guys in the facility and they've done some 5-on-5. Were you able to participate in that?
Yeah, I was here for like the last three weeks.
Being the oldest player on the roster, does that sort of facilitate you being a leader in that situation? Because I don't think coaches are allowed to be in there, right?
Yeah, it does, but it's not like it's like this. I come in and I'm ready. No, that's not what I'm here to do or who I am. I will lead, I will speak up when needed to, but these guys are coming in and wanting to play. These guys are hungry, so yeah, it might be some days, but yeah, you want to play ball. If I do want to play more like we are, which is pretty cool. But other than that, I'm not coming in just regulating. I will, say if we play a couple games, right, dudes when they get a break, I might be like, yo, let's keep going. Let's not stop right now. Let's kind of keep pushing ourselves. And then the main thing that I do bring in these pickup games is talking. Showing what it's like to talk, even in a pickup game, the things we're looking for, calling that help side where you are, and then offensively, telling the guy to roll, correct the situation. So that's the kind of thing I'm doing now. It's kind of implementing some stuff I know Coach will, once we get into it, to kind of get into the head and get things done.
When Nate was up here, one of the things that he did talk about is that when this team runs into trouble, it's usually because communication has broken down defensively. So as one of the leaders on the team, how do you anticipate helping to make sure that doesn't happen? Yeah,
first is me talking, them seeing what that's supposed to look like. And I think one of the best ways to lead is to lead by example. You don't want to have to be hard on someone or always having to go nag or feel like you're nagging with someone. So it's to lead by example, show them how it's done, and then, if it doesn't happen, you go and talk to them about, yo, I need you to talk to this because if I can't see, I don't know what's going on. And then usually there's a situation where there's no communication, something happens, there's a bucket. Well, we don't want that bucket to happen. That usually kind of gives some guys some incentive to do what's right. So starting with example, by example, begin speaking up when I need to, or it might even be, say we're going through a defensive drill, there's a breakdown, like, yo, we got to do it again. We're just hit it one more time and talk and communicate in that way and just keep reiterating how important that is.
Given how well traveled you are, how excited are you for going to Abu Dhabi? And is your family going with you?
I am beyond excited. Going to Abu Dhabi and Dubai has been a place I've always wanted to go. And the thing is, I don't have to pay for it. So I get to go and do it the best way possible. And I'm going to bring my wife, leave my kids. So I'm really excited about it. My wife, I'm excited for my wife really because she gets some time to be a grown-up, but to be around me and other people's wives and other grown-ups and not like speaking to kids all day. And giving her 9 days before this season really gets going and she's back in the grind. So, I'm really excited to go, man, because I love everything about the world, period, and different places. So to be able to go and, get into the culture and see what that's like, I'm excited for. Oh, a lot. I like walking around cities. So I'm looking forward to walking around the city with my wife and just seeing the people in their natural space, because I know some places are touristy, so to try to be able to see that the best way I can, and then I don't know, there's a lot in Dubai that I want to do. I don't know necessarily what I can get into, but just to see how crazy it is, and I think I'm really excited.
When you and your brother come to a new city in the same off season, do you coordinate like, hey, which neighborhood are you going to live in? Do you kind of...
Yes, try to. We tried, but with him signing at the time and me being traded, it's so late in the year, especially as far as the housing market goes, that let's put it this way, we were looking at some of the same places, and there weren't many that we could be like right by each other. So, we're not down the street from each other, but we're in the same city, so we'd be good. But yeah, that's definitely something we try to do. We both have kids, our kids love each other, wives love each other, so we try.
Another question about your brother. You're really talented at social media. You've got the YouTube channel and everything. Aaron's never on. Have you tried to give him some advice or some pointers?
It's funny you say that because if I never played basketball, I would be the exact same way. I do it because this is my job and allows people to see me a little bit, see a different side of me that you usually wouldn't. And there's so much you can touch with the social media world. So yes, I do speak to him about it at times, but I understand not wanting to be out there like that. But we're together, and so he's not gonna be able to help it with either. He's gonna be on my page on his own. And so either I'm gonna try to help him get with it. Just certain things that comes with social media that is good and is good for our job and even making money in different ways. But yeah, if I wasn't playing, I don't think I get it 100%.